Alright guys, what's going on? Another day. Today, I think is going to be shoulders and maybe triceps. Basically another push day because yesterday during my chest day, I didn't really get to finish my push workout. Just got gassed towards the end, so I'm going to try to see if I can finish that up today. Not going to do anything too crazy, maybe. Probably try some military press today, which I have not done a lot of in the past year or so because of issues with my shoulder, but feeling how good it was yesterday, it basically gave me no issues. I think I'm going to try to start with that today after my warm-up. Did good with my warm-up yesterday too. I didn't gas myself jumping rope for 20 minutes. I kept it to a strict 10 minutes. If I had a coach, they'd be proud of me. So yeah, I don't got a lot to say outside of that. Not too much on my mind to talk about right now while I'm driving, but, well, I guess there's one thing. When I was spotting this guy in the gym yesterday, he was trying to get 315 for the first time. And it was interesting to watch because he's all like about to get under the bar, getting all fidgety, fastidious. Like, all right, I don't know where my hands should be. Basically overanalyzing the movement, you know, and it kind of goes back to that thing that I talk about a lot. The difference between working out and training, but this is a little different. This is more like the difference between training and performing, right? Because this guy's essentially about to hit a PR or attempt a PR. And when you're about to do a PR, especially when it comes to a heavy lift, a heavy compound lift like a squat or a bench press or something like that, once you load up the bar and you're underneath that weight, it's do or die. You don't have time to be thinking about, you know, where your hands should be or, you know, how to engage your scapular muscles or anything of that nature. You need to just lift the weight. You need to perform the lift, right? And people do that sometimes where they just get into their head and they don't realize that they just need to do the thing, right? And when I told him that, when I said, hey man, stop thinking so much and just lift the weight, he wasn't sure that he can even get it, but I knew he could just from seeing his reps at 275. And he got under there and he got it, no problem. And he was like, yeah, man, you're right, man. I didn't realize that I was that strong. Thanks, you know? And it just goes to show you that, again, you know, when you're training, that's when you're thinking about all the technical points. Are my scapular muscles engaged? Am I getting my rear delts engaged? How's the arch of my back feel? Are my feet nice and planted? All those technical elements are relevant. But when it's time to put the pedal to the metal and perform whatever it is your stated goal is, you need to just do the thing, all right? Even if it was a lighter weight and not a PR, and you say, hey, you know, today I need to get 5 reps of 275 or 6 reps of 275, same thing applies. You need to stop thinking about all the technical details and do the thing, okay? And that's the difference between training and performing. Some people, their mind is still in a training mode when they should be in performing mode. So make sure that's not you. You know, it can hold you back a lot. People overanalyze things way too much sometimes when the whole point of you training in the first place is to build the muscle memory, right? But when it's time to perform, all cards are on the table. You know, if you didn't perform, if you haven't been training correctly, then that detail, that will be revealed when you attempt to perform the lift. That's when you worry about it, if you fail the lift. And then you go back to addressing the technical details. Otherwise, just do the thing. But enough rambling. I'll see you guys in the gym. Shoulder day today. All right. So I changed my mind a bit. Instead of starting with military press, I think I'm going to actually try some handstand push-ups today. I'm going to try just a couple freestanding, just because I need to practice them more. And then I'm gonna get some lighter weights and get up against the wall and see what I can do there. And then with whatever pressing strength I have left for my anteriors, I'm going to then get on the military press and do whatever weight I can do. Hopefully I can do something relatively heavy in the hypertrophic range. But let's see. I'm gonna warm up my handstands on these dumbbells, warm up my scapular muscles with a few pull-ups, and then hopefully you will see me doing a successful handstand, if not failing miserably and hilariously. All right, just a few kip-ups without the wall. Make sure I'm getting in place consistently. That one wasn't so great. One more. All right. All right. One more set of pull-ups here. And again, this is just to warm up the scapular muscles, so I'm not going to do anything too crazy in terms of reps. Just focusing on engaging my scapular muscles before I pull. Don't want to tire them out. So basically, your scapular muscles are very important to stabilize you when you're upside down. So I try to make sure that they're warmed up before I do anything in regards to handstands. So that's what that's about. So if you're not thinking about your scapular muscles when you're doing your handstand work, then you're making a mistake. All right, handstand push-up attempt. I'm only gonna go for like one or two. I just don't practice these enough, but here we go. All right, one more. I might shorten the range of motion a little bit on this one. All right. To the wall. All right, so now I'm gonna do a set with my stomach to the wall, essentially, right? And what this is gonna allow me to do is not focus as much on the balance. So hopefully I can work more in the hypertrophic range. Ah, my knees hurt. All right, don't get old. So hopefully that allows me to work more in the hypertrophic range. I wanna try to see if I can get like four to five. I know that's not exactly the hypertrophic range, but you know, that's the goal, to be able to get that on the wall and then move off the wall and not have to focus as much on the balance. So heading to the wall, getting as many as I can. I use dumbbells because I have shitty wrists. So that's how I'm able to keep training my handstands despite the fact that I have a crap wrist. So make sure you do your mobility exercises for your wrist. Don't be me, okay? Also, you will see that getting into that position is a pain in the butt using parallels or dumbbells because, yeah, it's going to take energy just to get into the position, which is not ideal. It's kind of like not taking a spot when you're trying to do a PR in a bench press. It's a waste of energy. So, all right, here we go. When I do this, I use light dumbbells because it makes it easier to manipulate my body into the position. When I'm doing freestanding handstands, I like to use heavier ones just so they feel more stable. I don't have to worry about that as much here. All right. Yeah, those are tough. Yeah, much easier if you can do them on your palms, but I can't right now. So that's what I'm dealing with. All right, set number 2 of wall to stomach to wall handstand push-ups. Just so you understand why I always do them stomach to wall, is because it mimics more of the freestanding handstand. When people try to do a back to wall, it promotes the arch in your back because you have to put your legs behind you to support yourself against the wall. And that's not the case here. Also, roast me in the comments if I'm arching too much, because that's a benefit of recording yourself when you exercise, especially when you're doing a technical lift. You get to see what's wrong with your lift, and it's easier to fix it. So ideally I want to maintain a bit of a protraction as I'm pushing or as I'm going down, and then retracted is okay a little bit as I'm pushing up, but it's hard to do that without arching your back. Basically, I want to make sure that my back is not arching too much, that I'm maintaining a straight line as I'm pushing up, which is why you go at an angle when you do the handstand push-up. A lot of people go straight up and down. That's not how you're supposed to do it. Well, you can do it like that, but it's not ideal for a number of reasons, which I'll talk about it another time. Purposely further away from the wall there that time, but probably a little too far. One more set. All right. One more. Hopefully this time I can get about 4. I didn't have it. Barely got that third one. All right, see if I can get some military press in. All right, 135 on the standard military press. Probably not gonna go heavier than this. I've already been doing this movement for like 10 sets already, or at least it feels that way. So I'm going to see what 135 gives me, and depending on how that goes, I'm probably gonna end up just dropping it at least 20 pounds. But first set, let's see what this looks like. All right. Yeah, definitely need to drop that. Let's try 115. All right, set number 2. Want to see if I can get at least 8 of these. This might be set a little bit too low too. See if I can get 2 or 3 more sets of those. All right, 1 more set. 115. I skipped a set because, I don't know, I feel like recording every set just gets redundant after a while, but I don't know. Let me know if that's a problem. Maybe it's a little bit disingenuous. You might think I'm not actually doing all the sets. All right. Whew. It's getting mighty low, big fella. Yeah, time to start supersetting shit because I'm running low on time, and I hate it when my workouts last too long. All right, triceps body weight extensions or reverse squats for my rear delts. All right, here we go. If you're not doing this exercise, this is one of the best exercises you could do for your triceps.
I was gonna ask, are you gonna use the clips?
No, that's all you.
One of them. There's another one over there.
Have at it, buddy. Whew. So those bodyweight triceps extensions actually really double as a really good abdominal workout. It requires a lot of core engagement. If you try these and you feel pain in your lower back, that's no bueno. You got to make sure your abdominals are engaged to protect your lower back. Otherwise, they can be actually damaging to your lower back. But doing them, not only are they awesome for your triceps, they're a great ab workout. And every time, if I go a couple weeks without doing them, and then I go back to doing them, my abs are sore. So if you're looking for a great compound triceps exercise, look no further. I'll see you in the next set. All right, I got about 7 more sets to go. At about 15, 20 minutes tops to get them done. So I might not record too many more sets. All right, skipping the third set. All right. 4 more sets and I'm out of here. All right, I'm gonna do one of my favorite compound sets. Overhead rope triceps extension with a rope pull down. I'm gonna do those back to back. And then I'm gonna do a lateral raise for my delts. Let me see if this angle works. I think it should work and not be in anybody's way. All right. Relatively light for both of these because again, it's a compound set. May even drop it again. Then when I do it next time, I'm going to reverse the exercises. I'm going to do the overhead first. Just going to use a dumbbell plate for my lateral raises. Or, excuse me, a barbell plate. 25 pounds here. I'm leaning to my right side. See if I can lift this past parallel on every rep. 6. All right, other side. Try to control it with that deltoid on the way down. All right, 1 set down, 3 more to go. I'm ready to get out of here. Número 2. Starting with the overhead this time. Stretch and squeeze. That's good. Might need to lighten that even more. Two more sets to freedom. Gonna skip the 3rd set. Nothing to see there. I am tired of looking at this iron church. All right. I gotta lighten this. Lighten it even more. Finish the set. All right, get me out of here. All right, triceps and shoulders in the books. Not a bad workout at all. I like the fact that I didn't have to practice my handstand push-ups too much before I was able to execute one. Despite the fact that I haven't been doing the push-ups a lot in the past year or so, I still consistently have been training my handstands. I'm trying to get to a minute on those. I'm at about 45 seconds right now. I think I'll be able to get a minute by the end of the year. So that really helped, or really helps in general. Obviously, having a good handstand is imperative to being able to do a handstand push-up. Yeah, come here for the key insights. Come here for the key insights when it comes to calisthenics. But anyways, yeah, had somebody stop me and ask me about my diet again today. I need to do a food vlog, but the only reason why I haven't done it is just because I literally eat the same thing every single day. So it's just like, I don't know. A lot of people most influencers, they can do a food vlog like every week. Me, like, I would only be able to do it once, basically, because I literally eat the same thing every single day. I just eat more or less the same thing. But yeah, that's really what it's about. You know, you gotta, I don't change my diet because I really, really like my diet. Of course, I'm hitting up traffic on I-95. But yeah, you know, most people fail at their diets because they're eating things that they would normally eat. You know, they eat chicken salads when they normally know they don't like eating chicken salads. They eat egg whites for the breakfast when they know they normally don't want to eat egg whites for breakfast. You know, and that's not how a successful diet works. If you're not looking forward to each and every one of your meals, it's not going to work, especially once you actually start getting in that deficit and the hunger pangs start becoming more frequent and you start feeling weak. You know, like if your next meal is a chicken salad and you don't like salad, they're going to drive by McDonald's and you're going to go to McDonald's. That's just how that works. So you have to be looking forward to each and every one of your meals. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to find out the perfect diet for you overnight. That's not how it works. It's a trial and error process. You know, you have to be willing to track your food, which a lot of people aren't willing to do, at least for a few weeks. And then after you see what you already eat and consume, how that fits into your caloric goals and budget, then you just modify things accordingly. You know, you might find that you might not have to change your diet too much at all, if assuming you're eating with common sense and you're eating more whole foods and you're not just taking trips to McDonald's every meal and eating Doritos. You know, you might just need to adjust portion sizes. It might just be as simple as that. Or put a complex carb somewhere in replacement of refined carbs somewhere, you know? But yeah, in any case, I'll do a food vlog at some point in the future, and you can point and laugh at how childish my diet is. There's something else I wanted to touch on. Oh yeah. And going back to, and this kind of relates to what I've talked about before, the importance of fitness trackers and how essential they are, especially if you're trying to maintain and or lose weight. It gives you that barometer for your pattern of behavior every day, right? So, you know, usually, again, it's not about the accuracy. It's about finding that pattern of behavior for success, right? So I know if I want to look like this, how I currently look now, or a little leaner, right? my move goal every day is about 900 calories. So I know, based on my typical pattern of behavior, I usually work out sometime in the afternoon, right? So usually just by myself, I burnt about, just through my daily movement patterns, work in the morning, et cetera, around that time, I burnt around 300 calories, right? And then when I get to the gym in the afternoon, usually I manage to burn about 400 calories through my workout, right? Which means I only need to burn about 200 to 300 more calories to meet my move goal, right? At the end of the day, right? And usually I burn, most of that just, living life, right? Moving around, doing chores around the house or working or whatever. But today I was starting to feel gassed around, 300 calories, but I was like, I still got another 100 calories to go. So let me make sure I get this extra, or not extra set, but let me make sure I get this set in, or let me make sure I, superset this next set of exercises so I can get my heart rate up a little bit. It guides your behavior, Now, if I were like quote unquote bulking, I wouldn't be as stringent about something like that. I probably wouldn't even track my movement as much. But if you're trying to maintain your weight or lose weight, you can see how essential something like that can be. Something that can hold you accountable for, staying moving, And if I were in a caloric surplus, I wouldn't be feeling, that weak. Or weaker at that point in the workout. I'd still feel relatively energetic, So it just, again, it just helps you know what's going on with your body. Again, it's not about the accuracy. It's just getting some kind of consistent feedback